So, tell me a little bit about the day that Michael was born.
Well, it's
He's not a Facebook friend, is he? No.
okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, of course, it was many moons ago, and it's kind of a blur. I was in labor for close to 16 hours. Daddy dropped me off at the hospital, and he went to work because he never was good with hospitals. And that's all that I remember, actually. I was in the same room with 3 other mothers who all had baby boys at the same time. That was the good part. The bad part was that we stayed up to all hours of the night talking and giggling and chatting and what have you, so that when about time I came home with Michael, I was absolutely exhausted. About 2 years later, one of the women I kept in touch with sent me a picture of her little boy, and it was the exact image of Michael. You would swear it was the same child. I had to write the name on the back of the picture, or you'd swear it was him.
Wasn't it really a picture of a monkey?
I'm not sure. It was many years ago. Many years ago. Yeah,
What was he
yeah.
like as a child?
Adorable. He
That means funny looking. It means funny looking.
All right, Mom, we'll get a separate interview with you.
If he did something bad, he would run down the hall, and I'd give him a little swat on his fanny, and he'd run down the hall holding the backs of his legs. And eventually we had that hall changed from carpet to tile, because had we kept it carpet, it would have been threadbare. And he tended to be quiet, but smart. And of course, when he went to school, he brought home. He was not smart.
Mama, aren't you supposed to be doing something? Thank you.
By the time he was, I guess, a little over 3 years old, I was pregnant with his sister. And so we had some time alone. And we moved to Miami when he was probably about 1.5 years, maybe a little bit more. And that was a big change. It took us 3 days to drive down from New Jersey. And I had read somewhere that if you're on a road trip with a toddler or a small child, I had a little paper bag with a different little game and snack in it every day. You'd open it up, it would be a surprise. But he got car sick all the way down. And every night when we got to a hotel, Grandpa took his clothes and went to the local laundromat and washed them and brought them back. And but after that, things settled down.
He was really gross as a child.
Mama, we're gonna get an interview with you in a minute.
She put pictures of my brother in my baby book.
Mama, you can tell
My
me.
baby
He
book.
was there already.
Mom,
I don't care.
Mom.
No. I need to air this out.
Well, you can edit
My
this.
Yeah.
baby book.
You're gonna get your own interview,
I
Mom.
open up the baby book and there's all these pictures of Mike.
Because he was there.
He has his own damn baby book.
Mama,
Yeah,
Mama.
and your pictures are in there too.
No, they're not. You
Mama.
said they were and they're
Mama.
not.
Mama.
They're not.
Uh-huh.
They're not.
We're gonna get your own interview, okay? So you can say all this, please.
They're not.
Okay. Just a couple more questions.
I should have kept the baby books is what I should have done.
What is your favorite memory of him?
Well, he used to follow me around talking all the time. I used to say he would make a good lawyer. And he got to one stage, oh, there are so many good memories, but he got, oh, yes, he was a toddler in New York before we moved to Miami. And he was just learning to talk. And he was looking for his G.I. Joe doll, I think it was. And he came into the bedroom where I was. And I said, it's in the living room. And he ran out of the bedroom and then came back and said, what's living room? So I had to go back and show him what the living room was. And trying to think of, before we moved to Miami, we went to his grandparents' house in upstate New York. And just at that time was strawberry season in upstate New York, and Grandma had left us a quart of heavy cream and all these fresh strawberries. And she had one of the biggest kitchens I've ever seen in my life. It was like 23 feet, you know, whatever. And so I made strawberry shortcake with lots of whipped cream. And he was still in a high chair, and he gobbled that down. The next night, he refused to eat his supper because he wanted cream. And we kept telling him, we don't have whipped cream tonight, but he kept saying, cream, cream, and he wouldn't eat his supper. 'cause he
Mama,
wanted whipped
Mama.
cream.
I was a sweet child, and I was very agreeable.
Mama, we'll get your own interview and you'll have more time to talk.
I was a little bratty.
Okay, alright. And finally, is there anything you would like to say to him?
That I love you very much. I am so very proud. The last few years have been so hard, and he has come out of it beautifully and made a new life for himself, as I have too. But it really, he had a lot to overcome the last few years. And I'm always bragging on him. But I wouldn't want anybody else to be my son, that's for sure.
Ryan Reynolds would have been a really, really nice brother.
Yeah, but then you couldn't crush on your brother.
Ron Reynolds is cute. Yeah.
Well, that's it, if you don't have anything else to say.
Oh, I could go on for hours talking about him and how cute he was and everything, but, you know, we don't have the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
So,
Okay. Obviously, you weren't there for the day that Michael was born, so I will ask you the next question. What was he like as a child?
oh God. I can see it coming now. Now I can see it. Oh, gee. What? That's a loaded question. We only have a short span of time. Because I am old. I don't have that much time. So just keep it brief.
He used to lock me up in the closet.
Could you
And
speak up, please?
He used to lock me up in the closet, and he used to play the Haunted House record, and I'd cry and I'd scream, and he wouldn't let me out.
What were some good things about his childhood? Like things that you remember about him? Like good times that you and him had?
You used to play in the summertime.
Some serious answers,
Hide and
please.
seek used to play.
He'd never look for me.
What were some good bonding moments that you and your brother had as a child? Seriously.
One time he got these tennis shoes. Mom and Dad got him these tennis shoes, and he really didn't like them. And so we went out in the backyard and rubbed mud and everything all over him, so he didn't have to wear them.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, you don't remember a lot of things.
Are you saying my memory's gone? Yeah.
Is there anything else like that?
Pinch your butt. Pinch your butt. You used to play in the summertime, emergency. Remember that?
Yes.
When you were very small, you put one of your dolls on a drawer from the dresser, and run up and down the hallways yelling, "Emergency! Emergency! Emergency!"
It was emergency because he was scaring me. I remember when after he had his accident and he was on, he had casts on his legs. He sent me to the grocery store for pickled pig intestines, which they don't have,
And you didn't know that.
and several other items that are not at Publix. And so he gave me $5 and told me to go get those things. It was very embarrassing. I had to go ask the bag boy for these fictitious products, mind you. And it was very humiliating. But I did go and get ice cream at Carville afterwards. So,
What
So
is
you persevere.
what is your best memory you have of you and your brother?
He was an usher at your wedding. He's been your best friend for all these years. You know that. You know that.
I just like, the times that we would joke around and talk together, growing up, and we would conspire
Fire against
against the old people. Yeah, we just conspire against the old people. We just always
Who's
been,
old people?
anyway, look at the shiny colors. Anyway, we would just have a
Does
kind
my
of
breath smell? Yeah, go ahead.
You're just embarrassing me in front of my new friends.
What new friend?
Just embarrassing for my new friends. So what I was saying is we were really close growing up, I thought, and then as adults we're close too. Just, because I can tell him anything. So, I mean, he's a really good brother. We've had a lot of fun. It's the reason, in all seriousness, the reason why I can't, pick up off the top of my head like some of the best memories, because there is so many. I mean, there's really a lot of good memories.
Oh, that's sweet. That's the truth.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
If there's anything that you could say to your brother on his birthday, what would it be, since he's going to be watching this?
I see you, and I know what you do. Ha ha, peekaboo.
What kind of greeting is that? You say happy birthday, I love you.
Happy birthday. I
I
love
love
you.
you.
I love you. I love you. I love you. You're my brother.
Thank you.
He's all right. He's okay.
That was very nice.
Oh, ready to talk about me? Ready?
Hello. This is very awkward, but I'd like to say a few words. So, you have been very fun, and your prankings with my mom, or Miss April, and vice versa, have given me many good ideas to prank my friends. And I'd like to thank you for the many laughs I've had, and the good times I've shared with you.
There's a lot of stuff that I remember about my uncle from a very young age that has affected me in a lot of ways and made me who I am today. One of my earliest memories of him were when I went down to Florida when my grandmother was living in Florida, and it was around Christmas time, and we were making Christmas cookies, and instead of doing normal gingerbread men, he decided to make snakes and snails and other strange creatures out of the cookie dough. And him and my mother have just taught me that it's okay to be weird, and that's something that most people don't teach to their children these days, but I really appreciate it. And he's always been kind of a soft-spoken guy when he's not joking around, but even though I don't see him as much as I would like to, I really do look up to him, and I'm not just saying that so I can have something to say in this video, I really do. And he has accomplished so much in his life, and he's been through a lot lately, but he's a great person, and I'm glad that I've gotten to know him.